If I turn that. All right, bet. Take that off. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna leave that right now. What's good, y'all? Hold on. Can I kick it? So what are the penalties for not filing your... Give me a minute, everybody. My fault. my fault. But good morning, man. Happy Monday. Welcome back to Lakers Radio here on Lakers Land. I am your raspy voice host, Seven Mitchell in the building. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are good. It's Mood Check Monday. You know, we check the mood and the vibes of everybody in Lakers Land. How do y'all feel about the NBA Finals? The OKC Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers. Man, first of all, congratulations to both teams. But to be honest, not being biased, but just to be honest, this is the worst. This is to me a nightmare. The Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. I mean, this is not a good surprise to me, even outside of being a Lakers fan. This is a nasty NBA Finals round. It really is. I don't know, as far as going into the finals, when has there been a more nastier matchup than OKC and Indiana? I don't get a possible game 7 vibe. I know Indiana did well against New York. It just seems to me like OKC is destined to win the championship this year. And to be honest with y'all, I'm not sold on OKC. I just, it's just something about them. I'm not totally convinced. I'm seeing what they're doing in real time, yes. But maybe it's just my biasness. But what's y'all mood? What y'all think about the Thunder and the Pacers in the NBA Finals? Y'all think it's a good look for the league? I just don't like it. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't like it. With or without the Lakers, the Thunder versus the Pacers in the NBA Finals is to me nasty work. But what do y'all think? What's the mood check for Mood Check Monday about the NBA Finals? I think game 1 is what, Wednesday in Oklahoma City. We will be live streaming all of the NBA Finals games in the playback room. So if you guys want to come and kick it with us for the watch parties for the NBA Finals, do pull up to the Lakers Land platform on Playback TV. That's playback.tv/Lakers Land Show. I am doing the live stream right now in playback. So if you guys look at the top of the screen, you'll see the URL. You guys want to come and join right now, and you guys will get the notifications for all of the watch party games that we have for the NBA Finals. But shout out to everyone that's live on Twitch, on YouTube, man. This is Lakers Land, Seven Mitchell. I'm in the building. Welcome back to Lakers Radio, man. Couple things I want to talk about this morning. So I'm glad you guys were able to pull up and join me. I definitely want to talk about Vanessa Bryant is on the topic of discussion here on Lakers Land this morning. Let's get into her, as well as I want to talk about LeBron James last year in the NBA. I want to kind of bring that into fruition, and also want to have a little conversation about our boy Austin Reaves and what his true value is going into next season. So let's pull up. Let's do what we supposed to do. Let's do what we came to do here on Lakers Land, man. Again, I'm Seven Mitchell. If you guys are in the room as we are building a platform that will be available for all the podcast listeners on all your favorite podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc. Now, I got to talk to the bosses, y'all. Can we get into the first topic? Can we get into the meat and potatoes of today's show? So, my God, Vanessa Bryant. I hate to have to start the show out like this, but I have to get this out of the way because this blew my mind. But I'm not surprised. How long have I been telling y'all that Laker fans are the worst? Ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. So there was a rumor over the weekend that I came across, and I'm not going to lie. When I first saw the rumor, it blew me for a loop. Shout out to my brother Magnif in the building in the live chat. Salute to you, Magnif. Do me a favor, bro. Hit that like button for me. Let's get this video stream out into the algorithm. Definitely appreciate my boy pulling up early in the AM. You know how we do. But Vanessa Bryant, there was a story, a rumor that came across my radar over the weekend about Vanessa Bryant, wife of the late great Kobe Bryant, being pregnant. Being pregnant. And when I first saw it, I didn't believe it because we are so much, I have seen people disrespect Kobe before since he's passed away. So any negative thing that I see about Kobe Bryant, directly or indirectly, I always take it with a grain of salt because I know that there are apparently a level of haters out there that will disrespect this man even after his death. So when I first saw it, it kind of, I didn't believe it, but it caught my attention. And I started to come at you guys and speak on it when I first saw it, but I let it rock. I let it rock. And my God, the content creators, especially on TikTok, have starting to go crazy. The Laker fans now want to put Vanessa Bryant in a position where they can tell her what to do with her life. Now, this to me goes to show how immature and again, how ridiculous Laker fans is. So people were pissed off. I mean, people were really pissed off thinking that Vanessa Bryant was pregnant. And she went to social media yesterday and, subliminally, debunked the whole situation of her not being pregnant. She's living her life. And, it's all good. But my thing about it is how just ridiculous and how y'all vilify Vanessa Bryant over the weekend if she really was pregnant. I mean, people was making videos vilifying Kobe's wife for being pregnant. And I get it. The love that you have is for Kobe, not for Vanessa. But it has been over 5 years since Kobe has passed away. God rest his soul. And my thing is, I'm wondering, what do y'all expect Vanessa Bryant to do with the rest of her life? Should she not date anymore? Should she not have a relationship anymore? Is that the standard? Is that the expectation that is being placed upon Vanessa Bryant? Because it clearly seems to be that way. I mean, people were making videos like Vanessa Bryant really owed us something. It blew me away. And I want to see Vanessa Bryant with another man? Do I want to see storylines or anything like that about Vanessa Bryant being with another man? No, no. But that is her choice. It doesn't make or break me. It doesn't do anything to impact the legacy of Kobe Bryant. And with all due respect, let's not forget, for all these people that got something to say now, let's just not forget the past. And we ain't got to get into detail, but let's just not forget the past. It's always more than meets the eye. And again, this lady lost her husband, her other half, her everything, and her daughter. Tragically. I mean, there's just no way I would even consider right or wrong. I watch, no disrespect. I don't want to put her name in this because it's totally different scenarios. I don't even see too many people speaking on loss of Pippin. And look at her behavior over the years. They let her rock. They let her rock. But the standard has been set so high for Vanessa Bryant. And it was just crazy, bro. It was just crazy to see a lot of grown men really deep in their feelings and emotion about this. And I'm like, man, I mean, I'm kind of glad that it's not true. But if it was, so what? But y'all really had a problem with that. I mean, keep it real. Let's be real. Lakers land. My boy Magnus said Kobe the GOAT. I don't accept no Kobe slander. But what do y'all feel honestly? I'm not campaigning for Vanessa Bryant to move on and get married again and start a relationship again. I'm not campaigning for it, but I'm not gonna deny that, right? Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes. I need to run outside and grab this delivery package. I'll be right back. But I do want to kind of continue with this whole Vanessa Bryant conversation, bro. What do y'all honestly feel if she was to move on? Would y'all feel some type of way about that? We about to get into that. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, we back at it, man. We back at it. But yeah, man, again, would y'all feel some type of way about Vanessa Bryant moving on? It was just crazy seeing the response from this report. Shout out to the homie Justo in the building. Justo, what's your thoughts on, and again, Vanessa debunked it, but what was your thoughts on the rumor about Vanessa being pregnant? I just I just don't understand people. But shout out to Vanessa Bryant. Um, I'm kind of speechless. It really blew me away because I get it. You have this initial impact. Like, damn, how Vanessa get pregnant? Who she been dealing with? How long she been dealing with him? I mean, those questions by default, I guess, pop in your head. But I just wonder, what's the guideline for Vanessa Bryant? What are the God damn? What are the Lakers? What are the Laker fans' expectations for Vanessa Bryant? Should she not have a life? Should we control Vanessa Bryant's life? Justo said, I think she's getting fat. Probably I feel like she needs more mentally, but not pregnant. She says she's not pregnant. She did say she was not pregnant. Um, saying that she's getting fat is crazy. Saying that she's getting fat is crazy. But I mean, would you have a problem, Justo, if she was pregnant? Or if she decided later on to get pregnant and move on and just being pregnant is a stretch, especially if you're not, because she lost the child. So I feel like, and that's another thing with this story. If it's not true, which she pretty much said it wasn't, how disrespectful is it that you're playing with that type of fire? Because she lost the child. So not only are you implying that she's moved on from the love that she had for Kobe in a sense, um now she's trying to I, I don't know. I don't know. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Kobe, um neither one of them will be replaced, and Vanessa has the right to extend her family. I mean, bro, I just feel like we was doing the most this weekend. I'm not going to harp on this topic too long, but I do feel like we was doing the most this weekend when it came to this. And I'm glad. Well, I'm not glad. I am partially glad that she came out and spoke on this on Instagram or addressed it on Instagram. But it just let me know, where people heads are. And again, Laker fans are the worst. The worst. Let me know what y'all thought about the rumor of Vanessa moving on. Y'all got a problem with it? Yes or no? This is Lakers Land. I'm in the building. 7 Mitchell. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you guys come on over to our playback room, we are live, full effect every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, here on Lakers Radio. Even in the off season, we got the rotation going. We got so much to talk about with the Lakers. So make sure y'all pull up and subscribe. Weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, here on Lakers Radio with 7 Mitchell. Justo says that Vanessa can do whatever she wants. It's almost been 6 years. I feel that what's wrong with this generation, you can't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I will say this, Justo, and this is not for Vanessa Bryant directly, but she has to be included. Regardless of you being an adult, regardless of you being able to do what you want to do, regardless of the things that you have went through and experienced, when there are unique situations where you're tied into someone else's legacy, whether you like it or not, you have to take your moves into consideration. I will say that much. I'm not saying that that Vanessa Bryant, for example, needs to live in the shadow of Kobe Bryant, but she is attached to his legacy by default. And whatever she does, And 10 times out of 10, it's going to be non-basketball related because she doesn't play ball. But whatever she does, this world will tie it into the legacy of the great basketball player. And not only is that not right, it's a disrespect to her and him. Um, I do feel like she definitely has the right to do what she wants, say what she wants, move on, keep it cool how she been doing, whatever she wants to do. But I'm not gonna say the word consequence. I think consequence is the wrong word. But because when you're tied into someone with such a great legacy, it's a unique situation. You unfortunately can't be like the average person, even though you're not the person specifically. When you're attached or tied into, your life can't be the same. And I'm pretty sure Vanessa knows that well. She's been with Kobe forever, before he's been global. So she knows what comes with this. Um and like I say, I don't even see y'all vilifying loss of Pippen the way y'all vilified Kobe Bryant's wife over the weekend. And no disrespect, but loss of Pippen has been around here living her best life for years with other NBA players right in the face of Scottie Pippen. So, I would like people to keep the same energy. I would also like people to just grow up because it was a lot of nasty work when they came to Vanessa Bryant um, over the weekend when this rumor came out. My boy Hood TMZ podcast is in the building. TMZ, when is you gonna have me on the show, gang? God damn, we done passed the whole season and I has not been a guest on TMZ podcast yet. We got the whole off season, bro. I need you to reserve my slot. Make sure y'all subscribe to Hood TMZ podcast on YouTube, man. Let's get into our next topic, the second topic of the big three of the day. KCP. KCP had made an interesting comment. I want to run it past you guys and get your guys' thoughts on this. KCP said that if the Lakers wouldn't have broken up after the 2020 championship, they would have ultimately won two more championships, which would have in effect put LeBron at 6, and that there would no longer be an argument for the GOAT. This is what KCP had to say in a recent interview. He said if the Lakers didn't break up that 2020 championship team, they would have brought home two more titles in addition to that. So that would have been 3, which would have then in effect put LeBron at 6, and then they would no longer be a debate for the greatest of all time. This is what what's his name? Kentavious Caldwell Pope said with a straight face. My God. And I'm a LeBron guy. I already feel like LeBron is the greatest, but his reasoning to me was ridiculous. So I wanted to go ahead and discuss this with you guys on Lakers land. What do y'all think about KCP's comments? I just totally disagree because, we've had conversations on the Lakers land podcast for a couple of years now about that 2020 team breaking up. And I think we universally agree that they would have been competitive and had an opportunity to run it back, possibly bring another championship. They possibly could have got title 18 if they would have been able to bring those guys back. But two more, I think, is ridiculous. I mean, you got to go back to the moment of 2020. Who did you have that helped you win that title? And where were they at in their career? You had guys like Rajon Rondo, who was very pivotal in the Lakers winning that bubble championship. If it wasn't for Rajon's presence, I don't know if the Lakers would have won that title. You got guys like Dwight Howard, who didn't play every game in the tournament, and in the playoffs, but his role was pivotal, along with guys like JaVale McGee. Those guys were veterans. Dwight's not in the league anymore. JaVale McGee, I think he's officially in the league. I think he's still in the league, but um, Rondo's out. I'm not sold that those guys would have been up for 2 more years. That's my thing. That's why I disagree with KCP. This is not no video game. I think guys like Rondo and them left it all out on the floor in 2020. They may would have had a chance to be competitive and run it back to repeat. But to pretty much say that you could have built a dynasty because 3 championships in my eyes within a sample size of what 5 to 8 years to me is a dynasty. That's pretty much what Golden State did, right? I mean, I don't see how you're able to start a dynasty with Rondo at the age and at the the years he was in the white JaVale. I don't see it. They may could have won one more. I do feel like they damn sure would have they would have been able to compete for one more. But winning two, no. And then the second part of what KCP had to say that though that 6 now will put LeBron in an undisputed conversation for greatest of all time. And I disagree with that. Because we'll get into a conversation of then LeBron hypothetically would have won how many championships in Los Angeles? 3? So that meant that LeBron would have won 3 titles in Los Angeles. People would have still argued that Kobe won 5, including a three-peat, including like it's too much. There's nothing, and I said this back in 2018. There's nothing mathematically remotely possible, in my opinion, that LeBron could ever do to supersede Kobe Bryant in the eyes of Laker fans while in a Lakers uniform. I said that in 2018 when he first came to this team. LeBron probably could have won a damn championship from 2018 until now and been the finals MVP every year. And this still would be Kobe's house. I don't believe that really was never, ever a topic of discussion. And I don't even think LeBron even thought like that coming into LA. We know who house this is. This seems to be like an Airbnb situation for LeBron. Justo said LeBron would have been the GOAT if we had got the 6th ring on top of his accolades right now. If he would have got the 6, along with the accolades, overcoming, Kareem and doing all he's doing, I feel like he's the GOAT now without the 6. I just feel like the thought of it being a no argument, no debate. If LeBron would have won 2 more, if LeBron would be sitting at 6 right now, if LeBron was sitting at 6 right now, you don't think people still would have something to say? Michael went undefeated with his 6. Michael had 2 three-peats with his 6. There's always going to be some type of twisted narrative to be spent out of this conversation, whether LeBron gets 6 or not. So that's just really where I disagree with KCP on both ends of the spectrum of his comments, because again, I don't think that the guys who the Lakers used and needed the most to win that 2020 title, I don't believe that they could have did another 2-year campaign and be competitive. I don't see that happening. Maybe 1, definitely not 2. And with that being said, LeBron being, having 6, I still don't believe would have won or justified an undisputed argument for him being the greatest of all time by, the most of the NBA community at this time. I just totally disagree with KCP comments on that. Next thing I want to talk about here on Lakers Radio, I want to talk about Austin Reaves. Oh man, we got maintenance. Oh, so I got to cut the stream early, guys. I got an emergency maintenance. I just got the notification coming across. Man, so what I'll do is we'll do an evening stream today to cover what's going on with the Lakers because I do got a lot that I wanted to talk about and discuss. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys are checking this out here. But most importantly, come on over to Playback, follow the Playback Room on Lakers Land, and get the notification. I will be going live this afternoon so we can finish this conversation about our Lakers and what's going on around the offseason. I'm Seven Mitchell with Lakers Land. I'll catch you guys in a few. Peace.